Welcome to the Goanlia podcast, episode number 12, with my friends back again with part 2, Akash and Abhilash. So, guys, what do you think about conspiracy theory?
So I'll come up with an
Okhomia,
example.
Okhomia,
Okay.
Okhomia.
It's fine. Let's mix match, no?
Sure. Okhomia.
Case 9.
So, what if we come up with a community idea? Okay. Okay? We know, let's give it an idea, for example, I may build good ideas on about spirituality, science and all that, right? And I may like ritual kotha patilu. Okay? So what if some other people out of the community who are watching from the outer perspective, eto mane conspiracy theory eta ani dibo pare so we are dealing with the devil and we want to capture the world jeneke eta notun conspiracy theory ulaise new world order, right?
Yes.
Hetu pa amar junto community ami junto spread kobo bisaisu with a good conscience, with concern and all, right? So hetu effect noporibo ne? For example, US pizza ne Burger King. You heard, I guess.
Yeah.
Hetu apna conspiracy theory ulaise.
Ki boli kolaisile?
Je leftover heri pizza bur manuhok feed kore.
Making like converting them into burger.
No. Burger King ne tenaka pizza, I forgot exactly.
So Burger King is there.
Yes, like taru eta conspiracy theory ulaise aru eta conspiracy theory ulaise about a pizza jot mane leftover pizza bur manok feed kore. Okay. Hetu jeta conspiracy theory. If you heard about Shane Dawson, he is known YouTuber hoy.
Shane Dawson.
Shane Dawson, yes. Yes, he is well known. He's also known as king of controversies like that, controversial theories. So when you talk about, there are so many controversial theories. Okay.
Like fake moon landing.
Yes. Yeah.
Nazis like
NASA. You're talking about NASA.
And like Hitler mara to a conspiracy theory about the bunker and then like to polarize capsule going.
Yes.
So many, yeah.
Keeping aside that, okay.
And the greatest of conspiracy theories, the flat earth.
Yes.
Fucking flat
okay,
earth.
let me finish that.
Okay.
Hetu pa he manhujoner effect koise business. Okay.
About like because of his like pizza
to leftover pizza jodi manhok di die teta ki hobo, will be like amar bema hoi jabo pare no hetu pa. So certain what was that?
Conspiracy.
Yes, conspiracy. I always forget controversy and conspiracy. I mix up. So conspiracy theories bur no. Sometimes it may be legit at times. But secondly, it can be life-threatening and also affect the business. So when you come up with conspiracy theories, make sure that a life-threatening heri no ho.
Or hoy so majote question Coca-Cola na Pepsi je kesu laisile khapor. So it's a small conspiracy theory bro. No conspiracy hoy bro.
Talk with proof.
People that don't look, a normal person will not look for proof. They will just like how a message can pass kori dibo. Maggie kyo ban hoy isle majote. It was like a conspiracy one asle ta karone.
Right.
So
but it's true. It's a life-threatening thing.
So it's like basically the ura batori.
That's conspiracy theory, guys.
Yes.
Ura batori bure conspiracy theory hoy jabo pare. But what do you think about like moon landing?
Eta more kotha ase ha. What I think about conspiracy theories, like okay, I totally agree with her. Like you cannot talk about conspiracy theories like as a whole. They are not a whole. Like
what do you mean by not a whole?
Okay, let me tell you. Just like people.
Wait. Okay, 4 times. Just like I love like Fesar Matbur more to kundu season of ki candy. It's like my personal interest. Okay, continue. That's mine.
Oh,
mess.
It's like there's one thing, right? Like how people. I'll take a very good example. Feminism, right? people talk about feminism as if it were a,
কৈ যা
a singular unit. ঠিক আছে?
No,
It's not. It's not, because people come from different backgrounds. People hail from different cultures. The context there is without a doubt going to be very different. All right. The context is always going to be different. So it's a problem to just categorize them as a single whole. There are different corners, there are different shapes, different sizes to them, right?
True. Makes sense.
Right. Like India, one India. It's not possible, because the conditions of a person from our place, from Assam, is going to be very different from the condition of a person living in North India, right? Soil different, climate different,
Huge difference, bro. There's a huge difference.
difference. Vast differences. So I believe conspiracy theories are the same. How? As in, there might be some truths
Yeah,
to
there are.
some conspiracy theories, right?
There are actually.
So discarding them as a whole, right? Discarding conspiracy theories as a whole is as problematic as taking in conspiracy theories as a whole to be truth. There are always different contexts to them.
Makes sense.
What must be done is, to fact check. Because এটা কথা,
So, okay, just a pause in here.
Right, sure.
এটা layman factsবোৰ ইমান চেক কৰিব সময় নাই.
right,
So they will believe like উৰা বাতৰি. ফটককৈ উৰা বাতৰিক বিশ্বাস কৰিলে মানুহে.
right,
এতিয়া coronavirus
Yes.
is the recent conspiracy is the coronavirus.
Right.
People say it's like a bio weapon.
right.
Some say it's like
Maybe.
it may be like we doesn't know. China may be trying to attack like the world with bio weapons, or I mean I don't know, it might be like this.
Genocide.
Right.
But the conspiracy theory হৈ আছে লাহে লাহে,
Right. Correct. But okay, তোৰ কথাটো
but layman will believe like এইটো এটা বেমাৰ, মানুহ মৰে.
right. So the thing about conspiracy theories, and in general, because the core problem here, the core conflict here is truth and falsity. ঠিক আছে? What is true and what is false? Problem to এইখিনিতে আহি যায় যে I understand that the layman cannot fact check, but fact checking is necessary at some point, at some level.
Definitely, dude, I do agree with you, because like উৰা বাতৰিটো ঘপককৈ আমি বিশ্বাস কৰি ল'ব নোৱাৰোঁ ন.
সেইটোৱে, it is. So whose duty is it?
It is us, the normal people. ঠিক আছে? I believe in that. তোৰ মোবাইলত টাইমাৰ আছে? Of course আছে, তোৰ মোবাইলত টাইমাৰ. Please put a timer of 4 minutes.
Sure, definitely.
ম'ম' খেলা নহ'লে ম'ম' জ্বলি পুৰি খেলা শেষ হৈ যাব.
নেকি কয়?
হা?
তোৰ হ'ল নেকি কয়?
মোৰ নাই হোৱা, কিন্তু তই ক'ব পাৰ ডেফিনেটলি.
Okay. আৰু এটা কথা হা, মই ভাবোঁ what is the difference between literate and educated people?
Yes.
Dude, I'm fucking dumb. So explain me. I'm okay. If you're asking me, I'll tell you. Literate people and educated people. People who put things in practice. In short, I'll say in this way, people who put things in practice are educated. He may be fucking like graduated, but like, or maybe he may fucking have a good degree in particular subject, but if he's putting this thing in practice, he's educated, dude. And if a person is like, you can say literate, he may have just a certificate. In general, I'll tell me that.
Right,
Now you
right.
tell me what.
Yes, that's true. So এতিয়া যদি মই ক'বলৈ যাওঁ হা, যে যিহেতু লেমেনবিলাকৰ টাইম নাই, চ' ইটছ আপন আজ যে আমি নিজকে এডুকেট কৰোঁ. আমিতো লিটাৰেটটো হৈ গ'লোঁ. We cannot be literate fools, right?
Yeah. That's actually people are nowadays. People are literally educated fools.
Right, definitely.
এটা নিজকে যদি হোম স্কুল কৰি পেলাই যদি জিনিয়াছ কাম কৰা যায় তে নিজকে কি সেলফ টট কি হ'ব নোৱাৰি নেকি
হ'ব যি পানী হ'লেও হ'ব যি পানী দিলেও হ'ব গৰম পানী দিলেও হ'ব ঠাণ্ডা পানী দিলেও হ'ব
I think genius aren't born in schools or whatsoever.
Yeah, definitely.
Genius aren't born in schools.
How is genius born?
Genius.
Albert Einstein dropped out from school, right?
Yes. What about the Newton, Sir Isaac Newton? He was schooled and he is homeschooled. Tak school pa ulai disile.
I think the genius are those people who knows to tackle with the situation.
Right.
And come over with the best solution.
I believe Einstein was like school in law, I guess.
He was?
He studied law or something.
No,
I
I'm
forgot.
so sorry.
I forgot. I'm not sure about this, so I can't be,
Professor asile.
We are talking about our basic knowledge, okay? I mean, I'm much about educated manu, okay? Maybe someday in future may hear this podcast and define us as like a tree fools talking under a tree.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
that doesn't matter. You're talking with our just perspective and what we know.
Yeah, right,
Yes.
right.
Yeah. So
But-
we can speak up whatever you feel
Yes,
like.
but mind you, we are, এইটো এতিয়া সময়ৰ কথা আমি কেপচাৰ কৰি আছো আৰু
Right.
মেবি আফটাৰ 5 years আমাৰ ইয়াৰ পৰা বস্তুখিনি আৰু চেঞ্জ হ'ব গ্ৰোথ
Definitely.
আহিব
Mm.
সো ইয়া লাইক
It's just the perspective that we are throwing now. It's just like
It's
what we
what
have
we are-
known
have now.
so far.
Right.
So we cannot say like this is true that you believe. You find your own factual thing, right?
Yeah, right. For example, তই যিটো coronavirusৰ example দিলি, let's check something, right? First of all, coronavirus সবতকে বেছি কাক এফেক্ট কৰে?
To the people who have the less immunity.
Yes,
and also
exactly.
age লৈও কথা
Yeah,
Age-
because age এটা সৰু পোৱালিৰ এটা immunity definitely কম
আৰু
এটা বুঢ়া মানুহৰ
মানুহৰ
definitely কম so it's not only the coronavirus এটা চৰ্দি জ্বৰ এটা বুঢ়া বুঢ়ী মানুহক আৰু এটা কেঁচা পোৱালিক জলদি এফেক্ট কৰে because their fucking immunity is fucking weak
Low.
bro.
Right.
I get it.
And তাৰপিছত coronavirus আগতে exist কৰিছিলে?
They may be in some form of like in some
Virus.
in some of virus who knows like the coronavirus may exist in like a caterpillar form now have turned into like a butterfly and
Oh yeah, that's it.
because see coronavirus ago there were pandemics like Ebola or whatsoever
Right, right.
there were SARS or Ebola Spanish flu or something like in
So-
100 years back there were like things
ব্লেক
yeah plague yeah definitely
Yeah.
they're
So-
evolved form.
Yeah, so here's the thing. বস্তু এটা naturally evolve কৰোঁতে time লাগে নে নাই?
Definitely, dude. Everything takes time to evolve, man. Human from chimps from human, again back to chimps.
Yeah, right,
Again back to
definitely.
chimps.
Definitely.
What if
people discard this evolution theory নহয় জানো
Akash?
Yeah, exactly.
What if? Imagine, man. What if human beings again turn back to chimps? Evolving so much, Kala. Imagine like the AI will call us like, look at this motherfucking chimps.
Yeah, that's, well, the thing is, the thing about evolution that no one talks about is your habits may develop into some kind of evolution. Like, people think it's only one way. It's the DNA that decides everything. No, we decide evolution as well. Like, how the hell did Japanese people become tall? Right?
How did they become really tall?
Yeah,
Yes,
they did. They did. You know how it's possible? I'll tell you one thing.
How
People think
they muted with like the tall gene.
no.
Then no, explain me, dude.
সিহঁতৰ হাইটটো নেচাৰেলিয়ে কম আছিলে ভাই সিহঁতৰ জিনত নেচাৰেলি সেই স্মল হেৰিটো আছিলে ইট ৱাজন্ট চামথিং লাইক ডেট what would happen to the small people? Then there would be like a huge if what your theory is, right, your theory is that they all of them mated with tall people. All right, fine, let's take that. But then what would happen to the recessive gene, which is the small people? There should be like a huge difference between, there should be half people who are like, at least not half, like 80% people following the gene principle, like 80% people with the dominant gene who are tall and rest 20% who are like really short.
So the dominant gene should win the race.
Race, yeah.
I mean,
But-
yeah.
But the thing is, that's not what's happening.
What's happening?
What's happening is everyone is getting taller. How?
That is not
How?
possible if it's about genes.
Yes, that is not possible if it's only about genes. But the thing is, no one talks about this. The way you live your life and your successive generations live their life, including social structures, that determines how your evolution takes place.
Dude, few days back মই যেতিয়া মাজুলী যেতিয়া গ'লোঁ
Right.
যেতিয়া গদাধৰ সিংহৰ আৰু লাচিত বৰফুকনৰ হেন্দাংখন চালোঁ I was for a minute awestruck. কিয় কেলা এই দীঘল as a size of this bench not this bench ইয়াৰ পৰা ধৰি লওক এই বটলটো সমান লাইকছে মোৰ দুখন হাতৰ যিমান মই মেলিছোঁ ইমান ডাঙৰ হেন্দাং ইউজ কৰিছিলে এণ্ড সিহঁতৰ যোনটো মানে চেণ্ডেলটো ন উডৰ চেণ্ডেলটো মই চালোঁ এণ্ড I was just literally thinking, was these people really a giant?
Yes, ancestors যদি কথা পাতো, it's really giant actually.
Yeah, that's what I think, because like when I check about ancestor মই ভাবোঁ দেখি আছোঁ ন like I think so our ancestors were really like giant.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. Now, I'll come back to conspiracy theories, okay?
Yeah, babe.
See, here we are discussing what one can define as a conspiracy theory, but we have some certain proofs, right? Certain evidences. So, this could be a good conspiracy theory. On the other hand, something like the flat earth. It's a very problematic theory. Kyo jano?
কিয়
Simple. The flight of aeroplanes, they depend on the curvature of earth. Calculation, hiyator jitu vector calculation hoy. It depends on the curvature of earth. If that calculation isn't taken, you know, the curvature of earth isn't taken into consideration, the planes might miscalculate. Hiyator landing korbat hobo lagisile, hiyote korbat they might land somewhere else if they follow the flat earth theory.
exactly dude
So that's the thing, that's the difference, man.
dude
Physics.
alright so dude মই সেইটোৱে ক'বলৈ আহিছিলোঁ যে yeah man you're fucking true babe about whatever you're telling me about all these conspiracy stuffs and all ৱালডেনখন পঢ়িবি দ্য ৱালডেনখন মই যে কৈছিলোঁ
Definitely, man.
it's a good book man he somehow I'm really having this interest about this guy Thoreau. So what is civil disobedience movement actually?
Civil disobedience movement. Okay. What sort of an explanation do you need? Do you need an economical perspective?
As a whole,
Because he was the guy Thoreau you know what he was putting forward the civil disobedience thing. So just explain me like I doesn't know what is civil disobedience movement. Explain me dude.
So, political, economical, sob phalor pra moi কৈ আছো ha. See, the thing is, for every system to run, ঠিক আছে?
System.
Yeah, system. For every system to work, you need certain units that are in place.
What the fuck that it means?
Units, for example, এতিয়া ধৰি ল তই হেৰি কৰিব লাগে হা তোৰ
কৈ যা
খেতি হা ইয়াতে খেতি ভাল হয় কিছুমান জেগাত খেতি ভাল নহয় ক'ৰবাত আইৰণ অ'ৰ পায় ইয়াতে ধৰি ল জাষ্ট এটা এক্সাম্পল
ইয়াত বালি বেছি পায়
অঁ বেলেগত নাপায়
তোৰ ভিৰ নুমালে
তো
maybe we should keep for the second round yeah
তো কি হয় বস্তুটো তই ইয়াৰ পৰা বালি ল'লি কিন্তু বাকী মেটেৰিয়েল কিছুমান মেটেৰিয়েল মেবি ইয়াত নাপাব পাৰ তই সেইটো বাহিৰত পাবি চ' ছিষ্টেমটোত কি হ'ব এতিয়া ফৰ দেয়াৰ টু ফৰ চিমেণ্ট টু এক্সিষ্ট বেলেগ জেগাৰ পৰা বেলেগ বেলেগ মেটেৰিয়েল আনিব লাগিব তো আনিবলৈ আৰু কি লাগিব এক্সকেভেটৰ লাগিব খান্দা কিবা কিবি ইকুইপমেণ্ট লাগিব ৰাইট ট্ৰান্সপৰ্টেশ্যন লগাৰ লগে লগে ট্ৰান্সপৰ্টেশ্যনৰ বিজনেছ লাগিব ট্ৰান্সপৰ্টেশ্যনৰ বিজনেছ লগাৰ লগে লগে মেটেলৰ উডৰ ৰাবাৰৰ ৰিচোৰ্চখিনি লাগিব ৰাইট তো ৰাবাৰ মে বি ইয়াতে নাপায় ৰাবাৰ মে বি বেলেগত পায় ভাল কোৱালিটি ঠিক আছে মে বি উড কৰবাৰ অকণমান বেলেগ ঠাইৰ পৰা হেৰি কৰিব তো these things are units
okay
these units make a coherent system possible which is why globalization is possible without this system the entire thing is going to collapse jodi ami cooperate nokoro jodi dhorilo metal exchange nokoro foodor logot those who are excavating aren't going to get food they aren't going to be yes yate manuho poribo
post yate manuho poribo de so momo anuha momo hoy gol tasod aru ami continue koru ami people rod rokhi asilu
okay
so what people
okay the thing about what she said about people was like you know units I was talking about units people are also a part of that you know part of those units
3 pieces right
two
or
three there's 10 pieces of momo episode
hawakha
no we leave this so yeah
share koilo ami tinta
so what was it go ahead
anyways one of those essential things amongst unit is people that's what she said and that's very true because like if you look at ancient Egyptian civilization how was it so powerful
how so yeah so people units done and
Egyptian you know the Egyptian civilization thrived because of slaves yeah it thrived on slaves iman khini je bonaisila kiba kibi korisile how because they had a lot of slaves manpower
dude fuck off
so anyways the fact was civil disobedience movement like I said there are different units different heri to eta political eta game hoi jay ki those who are you know jar he larger perspective to ase no যিয়ে বস্তুখিনি sort of like দেখি আছে control কৰি আছে they assume greater power they assume greater roles ঠিক আছে now civil disobedience movement to এইটো হয় যে you are thriving on us and you are you know undermining us তো আমাৰে বস্তু লৈ পিনে আমাকে উল্টা কৈ আছ যে আমাৰ একো কাম নাই এতিয়া কি হ'ব আমি কৰিম কি আমি নিদিও এতিয়া চলা কেলা যেনেকে সিস্টেমটো চলাও
that's what I was talking kela
yes that's this you know civil disobedience movement
dude thanks for this explanation babe I'm fucking dumb kela moi kuna
hoise
dude I have no idea about what is civil kela ki was like we were talking about this manuhe jita ami we were going back to the ancient days of I mean goes to murgi puti kena what was that actually
oh that thing look mana moi tanike nobona but then again I have this you know I love to explore culture and all that agor culture like ki koisile like India like I think Parsis right
Parsis yeah Persian
Jewish
Jewish
তেওঁলোকে কি কৰে ছাগলীটো পুৰা সিলাই মেলি হেৰি কৰি মেলি ফালি পেলাই তাৰ ভিতৰত আকৌ মুৰ্গীও ভৰাই
wow that's a fucking tasty meal dude like a momo gela
and that is like marinated
yeah
মাংস সাংখ পুৰা হেৰি কৰি ন মছলা so in some countries I forgot the country what country was that হেৰি মাটিৰ তলত you know মাংস তোৰ অঙঠা কলতহে মাংস দি পেলাই পুতি দিয়ে
oh yeah this like a stick bunwan is na নেকেনেকা এনকাৰে পৰা হ'ব because Netflix এটা series আছিলে like food বুলিকে তিতাৰ মত এটা চাইছো এটা meal cook কৰিব 3 days মান লাগে slowly stick cook কৰে এটা fucking one of the great meal Taiwan না কোড জাপানত না ক'ৰবাত কুক কৰে anyways
What?
but yeah I understand the concept আমি কাৰণ তামোলখিনি কিয় গেলাওঁ পচাওঁ because we get a flavor এটা পাওঁ কেলা তামোল পচা তামোলত yeah man dude I don't know আৰু কিমান different types of meals আমি taste কৰিব পাম যদি if we travel around the whole world
yeah man
peopleৰ খোৱা habitবোৰ যদি চাওঁ
And you know what is the most interesting thing? When you seek like cookery, TV shows or something, তাতে না history জানা যায়
ক'ত খোৱাত Of
কেনেকে
course,
আহিলে
of course.
কিয় আহিলে হেৰি আহিলে ন
you can dig the history from a simple source of the present এতিয়া ধান খেতি মানুহে কেনেকৈ কৰিলে how did they know যে ধানটো যে আমি যদি এনেকৈ কাল্টিভেট কৰোঁ এনেকুৱা হ'ব what if you did that
awesome that's interesting yeah
ধান খেতি how did people invent যে আমি এই ঘাঁহখিনিক আমি যদি এই ঘাঁহখিনিক যদি আমি ক্ৰছ হাইব্ৰিড কৰি এটা যদি আমি গ্ৰেইন পাওঁ এইখিনি আমি যদি প্ৰিজাৰ্ভ কৰোঁ লাইক ইটছ ইণ্টাৰেষ্টিং বৰা জহা ৰঞ্জিত how did they all become dude
and one more thing যে এইখিনি খালে যে পয়জন হয় এইখিনি খালে যে মানুহ মৰি যায় সেইটো কেনে গম পালে তাৰমানে মানুহবোৰ মৰিব লাগিব খাই মেলি
definitely এটা কথা আছে হা in literature there is T.S. Eliot এটা concept introduce কৰিছিলে it was the objective correlative it's something like for every thing that's happening it has a object মানে কি কম এটা ফিজিকেল ৱৰ্ল্ডত কিছুমান চাৰ্টেইন চাৰ্কামষ্টেঞ্চৰ পৰা কিছুমান বস্তু ডেভেলপ হয় that from literature we can also bring it to different different walks of life
True.
teneke like certain things happened because they happened the way they did for example to jitu koli hey rice or kotha to right because of certain needs because of certain physical conditions hekhini bostu hol
so because
objective correlative
now do you think this the development of technology science and technology is because of
yeah definitely man definitely
dude এটা কথা মই বুজি নাপাওঁ কেলা আৰু মোক চাগে মই বুজিও নাপাম কেতিয়াবা maybe the system about the not say about the system like the universe the way that universe is shaping itself and us
oh my fucking god yeah
it will be always question so we have defined how gravity works but have we ever come up why gravity works
yeah we have and that is what is constantly being debated man it's very very complex man it's like a change in space time gravitation
dude see it's not long time back আমাৰ এই 1000-2000 বছৰ যিমানখিনি হ'ল and we're trying to sum up all the history about the universe in just a limited time কিন্তু আমি 1000-2000 বছৰত আমি গোটেই আমি হিষ্ট্ৰীখিনি আমি sum up কৰিব বিচাৰিছোঁ but kala history is not like that the creation of universe it's not like that infinite man
yeah like imagine this thing right that time has no beginning
how
yeah it's because of our human limitations that we cannot comprehend that yeah we can calculate it but we cannot comprehend that within our imagination because our human existence is like that limited
এটা example দিও মই simple
দে
আমি সদায় like every new day we are discovering ourselves and we are talking about discovering this universe
dude there's why I like this quote there's when you discover nature you discover yourself Kela. And I fucking love that quote
that's very true man
so I think so মই এইটো ভাবোঁ ন if the knowledge is not passed from generation to generation a child will be born Kela in the beginning of the time imagine a child is born ঠিক আছে and গোটেই পৃথিৱীত কোনো মানুহ নাই Kela সেই চাইল্ডটো বৰ্ণ কৰি আমি এৰি থৈ গুচি গ'লোঁ he will be like the first Adam man
Yeah,
True.
yeah, very
Dude,
true.
he'll be like, "Etu ki hoy ase? Etu ki car man? Etu kihor sora? Etu ki?"
Oh.
He will be asking question to everything,
Yeah.
and he doesn't have someone to.
Answers.
He will have answer, but he'll have no one to answer. So he'll write his own history.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And one very interesting thing about that is, the night sky that we are seeing right now.
Yeah.
That's not the real thing that's going on in the
No,
universe.
because see the light, the way of light, the image stars is into light image korile.
Right.
1,000 years back, we're seeing that light right now.
Yeah.
So the light, the stars that we see is like
Thousands,
millions, maybe. I don't know the exact scale.
We might be looking at a 1,000,000-year-old universe. Who knows?
That's why it says no. When you look up at the stars, when you look up at the sky, you see the history way.
Yeah. History
So
of the
if
universe.
this is the thing, I have come up with a question, okay?
Huh,
with a
okay,
question,
sure.
like, যদি সেইটো এটা কথা যোনটো মানে মানুহে কয় with certainty, right? This is something with certainty, right?
Yeah, right.
Then why the hell if a person says যে মই আজি ন এনেকুৱা এটা spirit দেখিলো, which is also made up of energy, right?
Right,
তে সেইটো মানে সেই
definitely.
মানুহটোক পাগল কেলে কৈ দিয়ে?
No, that's people way of defining things. Kela people will define things pagol, stupid, normal, unnormal, kela constant. What the fuck terms are? Let people define their own way because they're telling from their own perspective and knowledge. kela.
Yeah,
So
man.
But now those পাগল সেই পাগলবিলাকে এতিয়া কৈ আছে যে মানে these things exist,
what?
paranormal
right.
exist.
Yes.
Dude, Kela, we just know a way out of billions of ways. So
Right.
we cannot. Toy that junto bostu true coil. Who knows? In future, that might be false, dude. Who knows? Today we're looking at the night sky and we're saying that, oh man, these are the constellation, these are the stars, these are the universe. Who knows? At the 1,000 years in the future, that might be something else, dude. People will have their own definitions of defining the night sky,
Definitely.
dude.
Definitely.
Scary,
that's
man. It's
possible.
scary, Kela. Imagine people will define us like now we define the ancient people as like hunters and gatherers. What if in the future we say no, man, they were like the real chimps? Actually, chimps were hunters and gatherers.
Yeah, that's very possible. Like, for example, you took the example of bees that they have their own language, right?
Oh, fucking bees are fucking smart, dude.
Yeah, well, there is a human problem. They think they are the smartest and nothing else besides them
The
has a
smartest
brain.
animal.
Yeah, exactly.
Animal. Who knows? Like they're calling themselves as like a human names. Maybe they have their own world of existence and
Yeah, they have their own pattern for
I'm saying
recognizing.
like science কয় ন যে আমি we are the smartest animals বুলি.
Right. সেইটো বস্তুৱে আৰু ই কৈছে যে মানে sort of like what if bees have their own ways of
Yes, that's
recognizing
true, that's true.
no,
recognizing
dude,
us.
dude, everybody have their own world.
Yeah.
maybe like we human. So আজি এটা মানুহ মৰি গ'লে চৰাইবিলাকে কান্দে নেকি? নাকান্দে নহয়, আমি মানুহবিলাকে কান্দো because our fellow human died. এটা চৰাই মৰি গ'লে আমি কান্দো নেকি? তাৰ fellow species,
right.
their fellow species will. So who knows, Kela? They have their own world, but we are all living in a symphony in which we call it like the universe, or what we call it like
Symphony,
আমাৰ নিজৰ
cacophony.
language আছে, আমাৰ নিজৰ language আছে, but then again we come up with code language. Right? And তাৰপৰা কি হয়, আমাৰ লেংগুৱেজটো এটা টাইমত কি আছিলে এংলো চেক্সন, ৰাইট? লাইক আগতে
Okay, English. Yes. Yeah.
কথা কৈ আছো,
Okay, yeah.
ঠিক আছে?
ঠিক আছে.
তাৰপৰা কোড লেংগুৱেজটো মানে আমি যেতিয়া টিনেজৰ টাইমত আমি কোড লেংগুৱেজৰ ওপৰত আহোঁ নহয়, কোড লেংগুৱেজ ভাই আমাৰ নিজৰ লেংগুৱেজ, বাট উই ৱান্ট আৱাৰ অ'ন কোড লেংগুৱেজ.
টিনেজত কেলাটো থাকে ন, উল্টা লেংগুৱেজ. কেলা বহুত পকা লাগে সেইটো লাইফত. Dude, last time when I was talking with Anurag and Chinu in the podcast, and we said like, what were those things being a teenage? Pahori godo, like you went through. And Anurag came up with this. While I was in মই যে teenage আছিলো, মোৰ কেলা বহুত unnecessary problem বোৰ আছিলে, which I thought আমি যোনটো মানে. And we had a podcast. You should listen to that. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
It's a good podcast. Like,
We'll listen to
Anurag
that.
But anyways, dude, let's.
Everyone should listen to these, I guess.
Not this. Like everybody, No, man, this is not for everybody. This fucking podcast is not for
For
everybody.
like-minded people, actually.
This-
Okay, I stand corrected.
Kids will spend their fucking time playing games. This is not for the kids. And old people go and do your shitty business. People, you have no free time. This podcast is for the people who have known how to utilize their time and chill for a moment and come up with different random stuffs. Maybe who knows? This podcast may encourage the other people who are listening to come up with
New ideas.
Yeah, dig out what is civil right movement. Bote na jane kala civil right movement ki conspiracy theory.
Civil right na disobedience.
I'm
Civil
sorry.
disobedience.
Okay.
Civil disobedience pure na jane.
It's fine. Yeah.
But interestingly,
civil disobedience now, but एकदम simple के जैसे sum up करो, he is the boss.
so you're talking the differentiate between civil
No.
rights and civil disobedience.
No.
Then
She's talking about
I'm
something
talking
else.
about a simple idea of civil disobedience.
Okay.
Movement.
Go ahead.
He's the boss. I'm the worker. Okay. If I'm not satisfied with him, I can say, okay, enakwa hoise. I can come up with unit of people, and I can also go against him.
All right.
I can rebel. That can also be
Yeah.
called civil disobedience movement.
Yeah, right. That's something.
That's that's simple.
Yes. True.
Anyways, মই এটা কনস্পিৰেচি শুনিছোঁ কোনোবাই বোলে বাডৱাইজাৰ চবৰ টেংকিত মুতি দিছিলে খেলা আৰু ড্ৰিংকিং দ্য shitty people pee.
What the fuck? Oh no, man, no.
I don't think someone else's energy, please.
Shit, don't say that's why Mother Stone, fucking trusting Mother Stone made by Mother. Welcome Mother. Now you have the I should ask my mom to create some Mother Stone.
Yeah, man.
Definitely, I don't know, bora saul lagisile Mother Stone rice beer
Oh, pressure.
bora saul. Anyways, Sunday we're gonna have fun. Sunday it will be like a fun day with my guests. I think so they're coming with 3 bikes and 3 people, so we can hang around some places.
Definitely.
তুমি কি কৰিবা আজি যে কৈছিলে সন্ধিয়া তুমি কি কৰি আছা
Job.
Let me tell you all the motherfuckers who are doing jobs, sorry to let me tell you, I'm honest, babe. You are a slave. Those who are doing a job, you are a slave to a company, slave to those shitty bosses that you doesn't want to obey and you doesn't love them. You are a slave, dude. If you are doing a job, you're a slave. You're a slave to the government. You're a slave. You have prisoned your free spirit into a slavery. And now come on, guys. Make some civil disobedient moment.
Okay,
Just like that. To ki ko? What do you say about job?
I disagree a bit. ঠিক আছে কিয় like for example if there are no people who who go for jobs, we the creators would have no one who wants to work for us.
Okay,
right?
if all this killer fucking 7.8 billion people will work for themselves,
Yeah.
do you think these 7.8 billion people will need for one another? Like, tomu karne kaam kor, mo tu karne kaam kor. No. Jodi sobe jodi
Yeah, we
nijor-
will.
we'll work in different system, in different way, but not for like what the system is now. আজি মই তোক এটা জব মই আজি তোক এটা জব এটা অপৰচুনিটি ক্ৰিয়েট কৰি দিলোঁ, right? And you're working for me. That means what? You have fucking sacrificed your way of creating a job opportunity.
Yeah, well, that's your perspective.
Maybe my perspective wrong. Suppose মই
No, wrong বুলি কোৱা নাই. It's what I'm saying isn't whether you are right or wrong. It's not that. It's what I'm saying is that's your perspective as a creator.
Yeah.
For example, you value your creation, your independence, your autonomy over everything else.
Every
right?
human should do that. What do you say?
But এটা কথা আহি যায় কি, you know what?
Right.
Not everyone or everyone want to or need to create a job.
No, sometimes you can suppose what? Okay, I'm creating something and you love it and you're joining me, all right? I'll not say this as a job, okay? But some people what we're doing is like, okay, we love serving people through medical facilities, and we want to be a doctor, so we're working in a hospital. I will say that this is more like a passion than a job. Okay, but what I'm saying to the normal crowd is people are bound, Kela, to do
Yeah,
job.
they are bound. পিছে এটা কথা
Yeah,
মই এটা কথা এড কৰিম I am empathized to certain things okay মানুহৰ কিছুমান needs কিছুমানৰ হেতু মজবুৰিও হ'ব পাৰে
right,
necessitiesও হ'ব পাৰে
right.
And how this Masburi came up? Because there was no job a few centuries back. There were no job.
but it was introduced right
It was slavery, Kela. Just
Yeah.
kidding, yeah.
yeah
Yeah,
but then
no,
again,
you kid. You were kidding, but it's the truth.
yeah.
Ironically, that's the truth,
Yeah,
man.
it's fucking true, Kela.
But it was introduced the job was introduced right
Yeah.
So no more today, Azipur, let's like legal term, no more slavery. You are working for me. The job. Kela.
But then again, you know what? We are fortunate, okay, to create something. Can't sobor hetu eta environment nathake.
Yeah.
Mentally hawk, financially hawk. Bas mane
Right.
environmentally
Right.
hawk. Right? So we are fortunate enough. And people who are doing job, who knows, they are struggling with something.
Yeah.
So if you're living in a city, all right, you have no space
Mm.
to create something of your own.
Yeah.
You're educated. To তোৰ মা দেউতাই তোৰ জব কৰি তোক ডাঙৰ দীঘল কৰিলে ঠিক আছে তোৰ ডাঙৰ দীঘল কৰিলি তোৰ একো অপশ্যন নাই you're living in a house য'ত তোৰ এটা একো opportunity নাই what you gonna do what your parents gonna encourage you to do fucking job
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
that's true.
That's it.
And I
So-
have seen worst examples. মানে এনেকুৱা হয় কোনো ৰাস্তা নাই ঠিক আছে like the mother is helpless বেমাৰত পৰি আছে বিছনাত and what the son will do or what the daughter would do
Yeah.
okay
that's why মই কৈছোঁ see this my employees these two employees they are simply working homelessly কেলা ইয়াৰ পৰা ইয়াত কাম কৰি আছে and they have like their 4 kids কি কৰিব এনে উপায় নাই so they are like selling of course they are selling their kids to work for some other for families other চাৰিটা বেলেগ ফেমিলিছত কাম কৰিছে so that they are taking some money from those families তো চাৰিটা যদি তোৰ যদি চাৰিটা পোৱালিক তই যদি চাৰিটা ঘৰ দি দিলি তো চবৰ পৰা যদি 3000 কে কালেক্ট কৰিছ you literally have like 12
এটা প্ৰব্লেম আছে you know what is the problem of us as humans তই যদি জব কৰিছ I need to respect that
definitely for
Yeah.
sure because you're sacrificing
yes and if I'm creating something rather than saying তোৰ job নাই you are doing your jobless of কি হ'ব তোৰ you need to respect my creation
Yes.
the respect the understanding mutual understanding I would say
Yes, mutual understanding.
That's
that is
what-
the core problem here
Yeah.
that's what
exactly.
that's why I felt so funny and like when this fucking lady said me this evening like what are you gonna do now dude
But you are already doing something.
yes
it doesn't matter to their way of because it's their perspective like you know
Exactly.
so like I don't fucking care about their perspective or perspective what the fuck it is but let me tell you Kela
I do, huh?
let me tell you at the end of the day at the end of the
Yeah,
day
Lalisa.
Okay.
at the end of the day I know that I'm doing something
Yes.
and I'm self-satisfied
Yes.
আৰু মোক কেলা কোনো outer source মোক satisfy কৰিব নালাগে I'm self-satisfied dude
Yeah, man. Cheers to that.
cheers kela empty glass cheers with the empty
Cheers
glass
to that.
let me pour some water all right dude all right guys so we're gonna stop this podcast thanks for all this fucking conversation and we had a really good time about talking about all these shitty things aru ami log pam some other day dude